So my route was working. Did sixth form. I did 1 year of sixth form, and then I was bored. I was more hands-on, so I looked for about 9 months for an apprenticeship. Finally found Premier Group that they took me on, and then it was a 3-year course into fully trained qualified mechanic. So apprenticeships is a more hands-on approach. I was more hands-on from being born. I used to pull cars apart anyway, and obviously you're getting paid while on the job and training, so you can start looking at your life and what you want to plan out and what you can save for and what you can spend. Through my 3 years, first year was in COVID, so we did everything on site through a Zoom call as the theory for the college side, and then when COVID was over and we could go back into college, it was 6 weeks on site working and then 4 days in college doing the theory side. So it was a bit of a split, but you learn more on the practical side anyway. So there's more categories than just fixing a car. Obviously you've got the maintenance side, that's servicing, MOT and suspension.
Yeah.
And then you've got the more technical side that digs into the engine repairs, engines blown up repair, why there's a fault with that certain system, and then obviously you've got the electrical side that is the future, but people are a little bit scared to touch, but it's the same as what it used to be. It's just got a higher voltage within the systems. Personal skills, you get to speak to customers more, so even though you're learning, you're teaching the customer at the same time, because you get told the way you've got to explain it to them, because obviously they might not understand cars like you do or have the knowledge on them, and you just get an overall outcome of being in a work industry and how you've got to have the standards to work in the environment, be on time, have the right amount of brakes and that sort of structure. Exploring further, I'd like to do the MOT course, so then I'm fully qualified, I can do everything then. I'd also like to look at the EV side, because the government's pushing that for the future, so we're going to have to do it at some point. But then at the same time I want to look at the biofuels and the hydrogen and see if we can put that into cars instead of the electric. I definitely recommend an apprenticeship. Obviously you're getting paid while you're on the job and you're learning, especially if you're hands-on. So this industry is a hands-on industry. You can get an apprenticeship that's obviously computer-based if you're computer-based, but if you know what you want to do and you see yourself doing it in the future, then an apprenticeship is definitely the right way to go. Well, obviously having the correct people around you, obviously you don't get to choose who you work with, but you start to become a family. So me personally, I'm here for 10 hours a day, so I spend more time with people I work with than my family, apart from the weekends. So you start and learn to get to know people, what they do outside of work. It's not just a job at the end of the day, it's your life. You come back every day and you have to put up with those people, so it starts to become a family of everyone together. When you first start, you only need a smaller range of tools because you're not doing that complex amount of work. But obviously as you start to progress and you get given harder jobs, the parts are located in tougher places, the more tools you have, it makes your life just more practical, easier to work on. So obviously when I first started I had the basic tools, but now I've started building. But you don't want to just jump straight on like the snap-on vans to start with and buy a load of tools, because 90% of the time you won't use them. You only buy them when you need them. Like.